afternoon and happy 4th of July. Welcome to Veterans Farm, John Birch Park in Cannon Falls, Minnesota. We're joining you already in progress here. There's 2 outs in the top of the first inning, and Johnny Taylor just singled to right field.
Check. I think it's this one.
Oh, yep. Is it that one that's open?
Check, yeah.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, welcome, happy 4th of July. Welcome to John Birch. Okay, back at you, bottom of the first inning. Jaden Burr going to lead things off for the Bears against their own veteran lefty, number 17, Jordan Jusky, taking the hill. So, battle of 2 southpaws that have been around the CCVL for quite a bit. Of course, one a lot longer than other. Keith Myers, 29 years with the Cannon Falls Bears.
You think he's lying? Maybe it's more than
that. Could very well be. I don't know if we've got you, Derek, if we're picking you up at all. It doesn't seem like we're getting any sound out of you, so I don't know what's happening there. So we've got still first time we've ever tried one of these broadcasts on the road, so hope you can enjoy it. We had Bruce Karnick up here getting us started. Thank you very much, Bruce. I see if we can get that second headset working. In the meantime, pitch is up and away, 3-0 to the leadoff hitter Burr for number 17, Jordan Jusky. And that is poked back to the screen, strike 1. Or 3-2 rather, is outside, ball 4. So leadoff walk, and the Bears have their first base runner on.
Second, number 2, Jack Myers.
Okay, that's on. It's on now. It's working. I just had the level way too low.
Oh, you're trying to silence me. Okay.
Yes. There he is. There, now we can hear you. as we've got Jack Myers, number 2 righty, stepping in, playing first base today for the Bears. So we've got some new faces and some old for Cannon Falls, some familiar ones, and some younger kids. Good mix. That one's way outside, 2-0. And Cannon, I don't know their exact record, but I know they've been having quite a bit of success in Class C so far.
Yeah, they should be. I'm looking forward to watching them playing state, frankly. I'd be shocked if they don't make it. And
that one just shaves the outside corner for strike one.
Many times we played the Bears down here, and the teams have hung out together and had some beers together. It's one of the group of good guys to be around.
Yeah, quite the institution down here, and absolutely gorgeous. The remodel they've done, preparing for the state tournament after the 2028 season, I believe it is. That state tournament is coming down this way again. It was a lot of fun last time when it was in Dundas and Meesville, and I believe it was Faribault was the third site, and ball 4. So Jeske hasn't pitched a lot this year, and struggling with control early as he's given free passes to the first 2 guys.
Yeah, that would be the concern, especially early with Ski has pitched just a few games this year, hasn't been around like he normally is able to, being a new father.
Absolutely, yep. Last time I believe we saw him, Derek, was in that Lakeville game that was cut short.
Yeah, I think so. And that's been a few weeks at least.
And that one misses just high, ball 1 to the 3 hitter. This is Ben Schmitz.
And to complicate things a little bit more, he's got a high school catcher today in Gunner Scove, who my son loves throwing to, but he's not pitched to him before.
That one is slapped through the hole to right field. That's going to be overrun and going to allow a run to come in and score. So single and overrun out there in right field. It'll be an error added to that. And Cannon opens up a 1-0 lead.
Number 23, Tyler Myers.
I think I'd go. So this is going to be Tyler Myers. Hits one sharply out to left field, but hooking foul.
That's a $2.50 foul ball, courtesy of First Farmers and Merchants Bank.
Then you have to move him up to third, same error.
Oh, okay.
Just getting the scoring figured out as strike 1 now after the foul ball, now a ball outside.
All right. I'll figure this out eventually. At any rate here, we're in a big hole right off the bat.
That one is up the middle and through for a base hit. 1 run is going to score. That one is bobbled in center field, but second run I think was going to score on that anyway. So Bears quickly, 4 batters, 3 runs on the board.
For the Bears, batting fifth, number 1, Matt Weber.
So that's going to bring up number 1, Matt Weber. 3 runs in for the Bears. Jordan Jeske still searching for his first out here. A warm 4th of July afternoon down in Cannon Falls. Like you said, Derek, a lot of recent high school graduates and still high school students in the lineup today. We'll get a full accounting of all that as they come up to bat here in the coming innings.
Yeah, and they're all good players. They're just 17 years old, and so it's going to take them some time to be successful at this level.
So just we'll kind of go around the field a little bit. We have in the outfield Corey Walters playing out in left field. Of course, he's a veteran, been around for a while, but and outside for a ball, 2-1. I believe Colton McKnight, I believe it's his first game playing with the Hawks. Cole Werner's in right. He's played, I think, 1 game previously. Evan Krinn, of course, over at third base. Zach Simon at shortstop. Going into his senior year of high school, has played a couple games with the Hawks so far. That has popped up in the infield. And Pagel, it falls, the ball hits the ground, but the runner having to hold up on first. Johnny Tegelin is able to collect it and go to Zach Simon at shortstop for the fielder's choice. But kind of lack of communication between Johnny and Taylor Pagel over there at first base, and the ball just kind of hit the ground as Pagel fell trying to make a play for it, but alertly Johnny calmly picks up the ball and gets the lead runner at second anyway, so there will be one away. Jaden Winchell, number 25, will step in against Jeske and take the first pitch inside. Jeske's delivery catches the inside corner there, 1-1.
He's been working that outside half to righties, now the inside half to the lefty Winchell.
And that one works inside again, but a little bit too far inside as that sails in for 2-1. And that is actually hit the back of his bat as he ducked out of the way from it. Rolls foul up to the first baseline, picked up by Pagel there, but that will be a strike. Just a little bit of bad luck for Jaden Winchell. Same thing happened to Dennis Reinhardt at the plate a couple of days ago. He thought the pitch was going to hit him and nicked off his bat for behind his head for a foul ball. So good break for Jeske there. It'll bring the count to 2-2. And that is rolled on the ground. Simon's got on a couple of hops over to second for one. That's all they'll get. So Simon to Tegland on the 6-4 fielder's choice put out. Kind of a high chopper. Zach had to kind of sit back on that a little bit, and that kind of prevented him from having a chance to make a turn there. And there's a strike on the outside corner. This is number 13, Cooper Peterson. Outside, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And that's chopped down to third. Crin's got it, throws across to Pagel, and the Hawks get out of the bottom of the first inning. But the Bears put up a 3 spot to start the game. We're through one complete, 3-0 Cannon. We'll be right back. Okay, top two. Cole Werner, one of the youngsters we're talking about, lefty getting a look at Keith Myers here. So,
Or actually, that's Gunner.
That's 22. Gunner Scove, excuse me, lines a solid single to center field.
For the Hawks, batting 6, number 38, Cole Werner.
Johnny was wrong because I'm off a person on the computer, so it's my fault.
So let's see.
But that is, I believe, Gunner's first town ball hit in his second game.
And there's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
Yes, you can always tell somebody he got his first town ball hit off Keith Myers.
Absolutely. Future Hall of Famer, no question about it. And throw over to first base, and Gunner is back.
Yeah, I really made a meal out of this computer system, so I probably have to help Johnny speak here. But swing and a miss here by Cole, strike two.
Yeah, why don't you take over this, and I'll see if I can get us straightened. Straightened out here.
Well, we may be switching roles here now because I messed up about 4 times already. At any rate, 2 strikes here to Cole. Gunner over at first base here in the second inning. And that's outside for ball 1 and 2. So for now, I'll do the old school S's and B's on a sheet of paper. Should be a 1 and 2 to Cole. Another guy who just graduated in the lineup today. I believe he played over in Hampton for 1 game with the Hawks, and that's called strike 3.
Batting 7th for the Hawks, number 31, Taylor Pagel.
So we go from some high schoolers to Taylor Pagel, who I believe Taylor's 43, 44 years old, and he will step in next.
You just accidentally somehow gave Scovin out, so it's fine. I just had to undo that.
Johnny's got everything fixed now. He can do the computer because it'll be less work, frankly, for him to do it all.
And there's a strike at the knees, so 0-2 to Pagel. So first hit of the game for Gunner. Did you say that was his second town ball hit, Derek?
Did he have first one?
That's his first town ball hit?
0 for over in Hampton.
Okay.
The guy said I think he was 0 for 5, but they said he played a lot better than 0 for 5 day.
Well, congrats to him again on his first town ball hit. And like you say, got it off a great one, future Hall of Famer.
Well, both teams have 2 hits now, but the Bears with 3 runs.
Yeah, those 2 walks from Jordan Jeske to start off the game. Coming back to haunt the Hawks, but still a lot of ball game left as Pagel slaps a single into left field. So battle of the 40-somethings there. Taylor Pagel comes out on top.
For the Hawks, batting 8, number 17, Jordan Jeske.
Jeske taps the catcher on the shins to say hello. It's Haggerty behind.
Oh, Haggerty behind the plate.
Dish.
Of course. Haggerty, another familiar face. We're used to seeing him in the outfield. So a little bit of different arrangements for 4th of July game. We're going to have some players on the lake, I'm sure, as Jeske takes strike 1 across.
All right. This might be, is Jeske batted this year yet? I don't think so.
Not that I'm aware of. So chance for him to help his own cause here early against Keith Myers, already in a hole down 3. Base hit to the outfield. Should have a chance to bring Scove around.
Yeah, Gunner runs pretty well, especially well for a catcher. And not that we have very many people here today, honestly, but they're not going to put another runner in for him here.
And that one is right back to Keith Myers, over to shortstop for 1, and leap and catch at first base to get the tag on Jordan Jeske. So 1-6-3 on the DP, snuffs out the Hawks rally. We're through 1.5, 3-0 Cannon Falls. We'll be right back.
Johnny, one of your favorites batting.
Yes. The sounds of Careless Whisper can mean only one. Oh, actually, he's up next. Cooper Peterson. I'm actually one off. We're somehow one off here. So,
as I said, so you might have to fix something else. So 1 strike here. Hopefully, Jeske can get in the zone here, and Hawks can kind of settle into this ball game down 3-0. Strike 2, 0-2. Delayed leg kick, and that's a roller out to short, and Zach dropped that one. So Jeske, right when he gets in the zone there, gets one out to shortstop. Unfortunately, Zach bobbles that one, and that'll be one on with nobody else. So second Hawks error. We'll bring up the 9-hitter Lagios.
yes, Aaron Lodge, we just had to end up skipping a batter in there because I don't know what happened, but we just skipped him. It'll be fine. Bruce will figure it out. That is flared up the first baseline foul. I think we should have everything straight now.
And obviously, we know he got out in the first inning.
Yes.
So.
Yep.
At any rate, 1 strike pitch, fouled out away, 2 strikes, and Johnny can take over if he'd like.
Okay, so 0-2 to Lagios. Yeah, I was gonna do my intro for Haggerty, Careless Whisper playing. I should have known it was him batting, and we had something wrong. As that one is shot out to left field, that's gonna be a solid single. Moving up to second will be Haggerty.
And the third hit of the game for the Bears.
So that's going to bring Jaden Burr up to the plate. He walked to lead off the game and came around to score in that 3-run Bears first. And that is slapped on the ground through the hole between short and third for another single. So two straight singles for the Bears, and they've got them loaded up now. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. So Jack Myers now with the bases loaded. He also walked to start the game. Hawks are tight at the corners, looking for that DP in the middle, staying a little bit back there. As first pitch is across, strike 1.
Ball came into Jeske. I made 2 or 3 motions to Scove, trying to get on the same page there, and they got the first out.
And that one is off of Jeske's glove, and a lot going on there as a run is going to score. The ball ricocheted off Jeske, was picked up at short. They got the force out at short, but then the throw was over Pagel's head trying for the double play, and that will allow a second run to come into score. So the Hawks do get an out, and on a fielder's choice, 1 run scores an RBI. The other run will score on the throwing error, on the overthrow.
Yeah, it got off Jeske's glove and went right to the bag, and Johnny Teglin got the out at second, but then overthrew Pagel, and then he collided with the runner at first. And now another base hit left field as they're just finding that spot between short and third.
Now batting for the Bears, number 23, Tyler Myers.
So first and second with just 1 out here in the second. Hawks already down 5-0. We knew this was going to be a mountain of a game to overcome.
Sure. Yep.
With the young guys in the game and a good Bears team, but we'll see if we can get back into this thing.
Okay, so ball 1, and then to Ben Schmidt, or actually Ben Schmidt singled. Okay, I'm caught up now.
Yeah, I think it may have even been the first pitch. That was a quick at bat. Anyway, the Hawks playing back in the middle again with 1 out. Third base are back behind the bag as well. Pagel in at first.
Pitches inside 2-1 to Tyler Myers, 1-for-1 with a single.
And with the righty up, that's probably why Evans playing back a little more.
Up high, ball 3-1. So, yep, like you said, Hawks in the big hole early, see if they can just staunch the bleeding and battle their way back into this. And that's up high, ball 4, and Myers draws a walk.
Now,
So that's going to load them up once again.
The Bears with 5 hits, Hawks 3 errors, and Ski started off with a couple walks, now has a walk here. So it's been kind of all the above right now.
All of the above. Things just not nothing tight today so far. So see if they can just kind of shake off this bad start, or if it's just going to continue to unravel from here. There's one of two ways it can go for sure. There's a swing and a miss by Matt Weber.
Now with the bases loaded, Kryn does come in at third as well.
That's up and away, 1-1.
Jordan missing kind of in the same area a lot, just up and away to the righties. Most of his misses have been in that area.
And that's away, 2-1. And up in the air to center field, coming in is McKnight with the catch. Throw home. They will not try the arm of Colton McKnight as the ball bounces into Skov behind the plate, and the Hawks get their second out of the inning.
There's number 25, Jaden Winchell.
Yeah, not hit that deep, and probably not going to be a sac fly, but if you bluff the play, make him throw the ball in, and McKnight made a really nice throw to home, and two-way chance for the Hawks to get out of this with just 2 runs.
And just, like you said, bluff that run that worked against the Hawks last week when a runner bluffed the throw from home and drew a throw from, I believe it was Oddman at second base, and overthrew the catcher, allowed to run to come in to score.
Yeah, one of those plays just into the outfield grass, and just got him to throw it over the catcher. And with these big backstops, especially in Hastings, that was a run.
And of course, McKnight and Skov have done that bit before many times, so
they're comfortable with
each other for sure. And just a nice one hop throw, like right on line to Skov, who controlled it and kept everybody where they were at. Jaden Winchell, who grounded out, swing and a miss, strike 3.
Now, see if we can get some of the older guys in there and pump up some of the young guys who got 3 errors so far here, and a couple high schoolers have made 2 of the 3. So hopefully they're getting a little tap on the back, and we'll come back and get some positive going.
Absolutely, yep. Hawks gave up 2 that inning, but it could have been worse. They leave the bases loaded. So after 2 complete, 5-0 Cannon Falls. We'll be right back. Okay, Zach Simon getting an AB against Myers. Like Derek was saying up here, it's a interesting thing to be facing this guy left-handed. Like we've sung his accolades all day long. there's a strike across. Hawks have actually gotten 3 hits off of him in 2 innings, but managed to get nothing across so far as Zach starts off with a strike.
I'm sure he's seeing some of these young kids in the lineup and just, he's firing more fastballs in, I think, early in the count.
That one looked like it was had a bit of downward break, down and away, and Simon swings at that for strike 2. And up high, ball 1.
Well, it's got to be just a big plus for the kids in Cannon Falls to be able to come up and talk to a guy like that and pick his brain whenever they want,
Yeah, absolutely. And paints the outside corner with that one. Strike 3 called, and Simon is down looking.
Yeah, we gotta battle a little harder than that. I'm sure he thought it was outside, but with a guy with this kind of control, if he's got it, we got to be a little bit more aggressive.
Right. Yep. Just even if you think it might be borderline or outside, just protect that. Protect that edge. And
well, when you can locate as well as he does, you're going to get some calls on occasion that you probably maybe even shouldn't, right? Because he hit the glove, he's close to the
catcher's glove without moving it. Absolutely. As Walters takes strike 1 in, then a pitch down. 35 pitches, 7 balls and 28 strikes. Now, I'm not saying I'm tracking every pitch perfectly here, but
I gave that paints the right picture for sure.
And that's up and away, 2-1. Oh, see Amy Kaiser in the crowd, and maybe the Kaisers are back in town for the 4th. And that one's up and away, 3-1. So after we were singing the praises of Keith's command, he misses 3 out of the zone, and Walters now is ahead in the count and takes ball 4 up high.
Having a little bit of trouble with the ball getting back to the mound. Peter Haggerty's throwing it high. That one got over, Myers said.
I'll say I don't think I've ever seen Haggerty catching a town ball game that I can remember.
I can't remember a year. If I have, it's been years.
And he's been here as long as I've been watching CCVL baseball, which is something 8-9 years pretty religiously now, is a swing and a miss from Colton McKnight, strike 1. McKnight struck out his first time. Pretty lefty-heavy lineup against the lefty Myers. See if Colton can do any better his second time around. Takes the ball down low.
Yeah, and that's not by design. That's by who's available,
Absolutely.
To be honest.
Yep.
That makes it even more difficult for the guys. You got a bunch of left-handed high school guys trying to hit a guy who's in the Dodgers organization. It's a tall task.
But a good experience to be sure, as a good take there on a pitch just outside, 2-1.
It definitely shows these young guys, if they want to stick around and play, they can play for a long time if they're successful at it.
And that is down low, 3-1 to Colton McKnight. For those of you just joining us, we are in the top of the 3rd inning, 4th of July game down in Cannon Falls. The Hawks trailing Cannon 5-0 right now. The Bears put up 3 in the first and 2 in the second inning. Hawks have a 1-out base runner here in the 3rd. Throw over to first base, Corey Walters, who drew a walk previously, is back to the bag. Wasn't taking that big of a lead.
Should mention that it's probably Corey's first game in a month as well, so good to see him back.
That one is skied to center field. That'll hang up there, and Jaden Bird just has to take a few steps to put it away for out number 2. Very high fly ball.
Yeah, he just got underneath it a little bit. He got it out there for sure.
For the Hawks, number 10, Johnny Teglin.
And that'll bring up Johnny Teglin, who singled his last time up. Johnny been swinging a really hot bat lately.
I know we're down 5, but I'd kind of like to see us go here and put somebody in scoring position for Johnny.
Oh, I don't mind that early at this point in the game. And there he goes. And it looked like a little bit of hit and run action there as Teglin followed the pitch back. You can't see first base. We set the camera up as best we could to get as much of the field as we could on the broadcast, but obviously the corners are a little bit blocked off there. Thanks to Bruce for getting this started. This is our first shot at a road broadcast with our YouTube broadcasting equipment. So let us know what you think of it, how the quality is, anything we can improve. We're, like I say, work in progress down here. So, yeah, absolutely. Let us know. 0-2 now to Johnny Teglin. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. And Corey goes, throw down to second base. He is picked off. So, late call, but
Corey's not agreeing with him, and I was wondering if his legs were in there. I don't say for sure he was safe.
It
but
was
close.
It was a bit of a high tag. The ball was there, though. Yeah. You're right, Derek. It's hard to see when. And Corey pleading his case. It's not going to, not in an animated way, just discussing with the umpire. I don't think it's going to make any difference. But Walters is out stealing. He tried to time Myers and Keith with the pickoff move, and Walters is caught 1-3-6.
The only benefit of that is now you'll get Johnny T up there with a fresh count again. And Jeske coming out to the mound. Knowing Jeske, we might as well stay here. Huh? He's going to throw about 4 pitches and be ready.
Yep.
Probably. Yep. If you want to take a little break, I can always talk
absolutely.
as well.
We can. We're just making sure I'm at the right spot in the lineup because it's asking me if I want to let Cooper Peterson back this time, and I'm going to do so because I believe that's the right spot in the lineup. Number 13 should be due up here.
Corey now jogging out to his spot, so should be ready here shortly. The wind, not much of a factor. If seeing the video, it out in right center, the flag just barely moving.
Yeah, Corey didn't look too animated there, but he was definitely chatting with the umpire all the way walking from second to first base, just kind of pointing to where, the tag was on him and why he thought he had beaten the throw in there.
Yeah, and after that, you could see him kind of point down towards his foot, and I'm sure he's saying, if he's tagging me at the shoulder, my foot's so far away, whatever.
Sure. Yep.
And so it was a close play regardless. I guess now with YouTube, we can all go back and try to do it frame by frame.
Yeah, we could try to frame by frame it as Cooper Peterson takes a first pitch strike across from Jordan Jeske. Couple of rough innings for Ski. Let's see if he can put his arrow up here.
That would be great. There's been some errors behind him as well. But
that is rolled out to third base. Kryn has it. Throws across, one away.
It's the other thing here today, too, with...
Now we get some Careless Whisper and Peter Haggerty.
Always has a big smile when he sees me in Hastings concession stand. When I always tell him he's your favorite player with that mustache.
He's way up there. He's way up there. We got some good stashes with some of the young guys in Hastings, but Pete's top is a Hall of Fame stash, no question about it.
Yeah,
Southland's down and in, ball one.
Another really nice guy to talk to.
Absolutely. Hey there.
All right, we're back here. Hopefully, Haggerty went down on strikes here for the second out of the third.
Strikeout swinging or strikeout looking? Did you see?
I believe it was swinging, but
okay. So 2 away, 2 quick outs. Hey, thanks for. We had a little bit of trouble with the stream. Hopefully that is up. As that is hit sharply out to center field.
Nice
and
catch.
Sliding play by Colton McKnight out in center field. Looked like he had a little bit of snow cone action. Holds up the ball and ends the inning. So Jordan Jeske gets the 1-2-3 inning he desperately needed. Hopefully we're back up live with the stream. We are through 3 complete. It is 5-0 Bears. So we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. Johnny Tegland gonna be the first batter of the top of the fourth inning against Keith Myers. Hawks trailing 5-0 to Cannon Falls. Tegland, of course, was at the plate when Walters got caught stealing to end the third inning. So we'll get a fresh AB here against number 14, Keith Myers, and takes a strike on the outside corner.
I believe Johnny had our first hit of the game back in the first inning, and then I believe it was a 2-2 count when Corey, 1-2 or 2-2 when Corey got picked off.
Yep, 1-for-1 with a single is Johnny Day, and that is rolled out to shortstop. Throw from deep in the hole. Good play over there by Ben Schmitz. Kind of had to go a little bit in the hole to get that, but good plant and strong throw to get Tegland one away.
And Ev will step in next. Been a few years now, but I remember the one he hit over the football press box out there in right field.
Yeah, that
big
might have
white building.
It might have had splashdown in the river there, except for that tree may have held it up and kept it from blooping into the river. Of course, the Cannon River running right behind the John Birch Park here, right outside of downtown Cannon. Just a lovely place for a ball game, one of the great town ball fields in the area.
Yeah, I always want to go to Dundas and Cannon Falls every year.
Absolutely. They're, for me, my two favorites.
My
Absolutely.
favorite two fields and my favorite two teams to play against.
Yep.
They both understand what it's supposed to be about.
And that one is down low. 2-1 to Ev.
I can't imagine the Bears.
And a Duke's hat in the stands, just walking up the stairs.
There you go. Probably just taking the game in, maybe. If the Bears hit a home run off the Hawks to go up 22-0, I don't think they'd be bat flipping like Meesville does. Let's just put it there.
There is that. Yeah. Both of us were elsewhere for that game, and neither of our feelings were hurt for not being down there. That is hit over to third base. Good backhand stop. Strong throw across, and Kern is retired. Good play by Winchell over there at third base. A pretty hot shot. And Winchell fielding the hot corner well, 2 away.
Yeah, one of the better hit balls today by the Hawks so far, isn't that one? That's one of the differences so far. Myers not walking. I think he's walked one, and the Bears playing defense.
Yep, there you go.
That's most of the game.
So Gunnar Scove, who singled his first time up, is going to get his second look at Myers and takes one high and deep for ball one.
It looked like he tried to put his elbow out and missed the ball.
That one is hit sharply out to center, but not able to be handled by Jaden Burr out there. So McKnight squeezed his similar opportunity. Burr just can't quite put the squeeze on that one. And Scove is going to be aboard. I think that's... Do you rung that up? They called that an error?
I think so.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's one of those where it's a tough play, but I think it is gloves, so I didn't want to make the call. I'm glad they did.
Okay, so they are putting it up as a Cannon Falls error, so we will follow suit since they are the official scorers.
Another 250 foul ball courtesy of today's sponsor, First Farmers and Merchants Bank.
Yeah, we're just keeping track of the score 1 so we know what's going on as we broadcast, and 2 just in case our numbers don't get put in.
Yep, for sure. And strike 1 to Cole Werner, and then swing. It looked like an off-speed had him out in front of that. Strike 2.
Yeah, Cole was trying to hit that one over the fence. I think he had 4 home runs, I want to say, for varsity this year. So he's got some pop in his bat.
And this is a park where the fence can be reached if you get a hold of one, a lot easier than normally at Veterans Park. 373 to dead center, 312 down the right field line. The left field line is under 300, but it's got that big fence back. Actually, that looks like that has been changed up in the remodel. So
looks like it's 290, I believe it says down the corner.
Okay, but a big high fence out there in left field as well. So that one misses outside, so it's going to be 2-2 now to Cole. 2 outs here, top of the fourth. Hawks trailing 5-0, looking to get a 2-out rally going. That was pretty much most of their game. That is hit sharply to left center field, and that is going to two-hop the wall. Scove is rounding. He's going to be held up at third base as the ball gets fired back in, but Cole Werner with a ringing double to the gap, and the Hawks have something going.
Yeah, as I said, he's got pop in his bat. He's a good young hitter. He's, like a lot of young power hitters, though, he's prone to striking out a fair amount, but he will hit the ball, and when he does hit it, it goes.
So second and third now, a chance for Taylor Pagel to break the seal and drive in the first runs of the game for the Hawks. He did single his first time up against Myers.
Yeah, fairly sharp single to left field. Big at bat here for the Hawks just to try to get some back into this game a little bit.
And Myers steps off and bluffs back to second, but Werner gets back.
If you're a believer in momentum, you shut them down for an inning finally. Now you try to get a run back or two. See if you can chip away.
Keith paints the outside corner, strike one to Taylor Pagel. Of course, Pagel doing double duty with the Hastings Hurricanes as well, so he's had plenty of at-bats this summer. And that's up high.
And I'm sure that, he's not rusty at all. And I don't know exactly how many at-bats he's had, but, it's a dozen or so with the Hawks as well. So
1-1 is a little nubber up to third base. Throws over to first is low, but dug out, and Pagel is retired. So Hawks get a couple of base runners as far as second and third base, but cannot cash them in. We're through 3.5. Score remains 5-0 Cannon. We'll be right back. Okay, bottom four, leadoff hitter Jaden Burr going to start things off against Jordan Jeske. Burr has been on twice, walked and singled. And that one is out to center field. McKnight is camped under. He has it, one away.
So one thing the Hawks do have with a couple of young outfielders today is they do have some young legs running around out there. And McKnight's done a nice job in center field here. There's, I think, 3 putouts now.
Absolutely. Yep, pretty routine there, but a really nice sliding play to end the previous inning. That one is into very short right field, and it's going to be Werner calling off Johnny Tegland and kind of reaching over him a little bit to make the play. Got a late break on it, but like you said, had enough range to get in there and call off Tegland, who is kind of drifting back.
Yeah, much easier play Ryan towards the ball, right? So he calls him off. Had to kind of, like you say, reach almost around Johnny, but makes the play. And now 2 quick outs. Jeske checks with him, makes sure he's ready out there and right, and he's ready to deliver.
Schmitz has singled twice in his 2 trips today, so good game for him. Top of the order really has kind of jumped right on Jordan Jeske right from the jump. The Bears had 3 runs in before Jordan recorded an out, and then just kind of it's been playing catch-up ever since. That one is hit well into right field, and that one's going to get over Werner's head as Schmitz is going to check in at second with his 3rd hit of the ball game.
2-out double. See, we can just skip the next batter here and still can get out of this.
Yeah, Werner gave that one a chase and reached out for it, but it just kept carrying and carrying and carrying, and I think it just got like maybe a foot over his glove and rolled out to the right field wall there. Really well hit ball. There's a broken bat, and nobody's going to get to that ball. Simon tries to make the throw there. It's just a little broken bat that got flared over Crin's head. He broke in for a step first and wasn't able to get it. Simon recovered and tried to make the throw over to first base, but not in time to get Tyler Myers. That's just going to be a kind of bloopy, weird infield single.
Yeah, he was only safe by about a half step, I think, over there at first. It was a pretty close play. I thought he was going to be ready to fire it home, but went to first, and it was a lot closer play than I thought it was going to be.
Exactly, yeah. So, yeah, Zach showing a little bit of arm over there. Like I say, I thought he was just going to eat it because there was no way he was going to be able to make a play. But like you say, he did make it fairly close. As Jeske throws over to the runner at first.
And I think I've heard that bat snap and thought it was going to drop in front of him. And like you said, just a weird little bloop infield hit. Because this one's fouled back out of play.
Going to be 1-1 now to Matt Weber, who is 0 for 2. Fly out and a fielder's choice. That's a little nubber foul at the plate. 1-2. Bottom 4, Bears have runners on first and third with 2 outs here. 5-0 lead. They had 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Jeske put up a 0 in the third, trying to get another one here. Got the first 2 batters, but then a double in that weird little bloopy single has him in trouble here, first and third. Just needs one more pitch, though, to get out of this. Runner goes, pitch is high. Scove's throw down to first base is going to get through Johnny Tegland, and that's going to allow a run to score, and batter goes to second base. So Myers to second on the steal.
2 outs, I can understand why you might make the throw, but Johnny was running in to make the throw home, so they must have had the play
they got
on.
themselves crossed. Yep.
And you have a situation where you have a catcher playing second base and a new catcher on the team. I couldn't tell you for sure who was right or wrong or what should have happened there, but an unfortunate play there with the another error and something that normally the team would handle. But like we said, guys in different positions today, so.
Yep. So unfortunately, another mishap in the field gives Cannon their 6th run. And while we were discussing that, Matt Weber took ball 4 and headed down to first base. So it's going to be first and third now for the Bears, and ball 1 to Jaden Winchell, and now ball 2. So like I say, Jeske had retired like 6 or 7 in a row, and looked like things were under control until that hard ringing double by Schmitz out there, and then little bloop flare, and then the base running play that the Hawks kind of made a meal out of, and all of a sudden it's 6-0.
Yeah, it pretty much describes what's going on here. Yep, and there's a strike, 3-1.
So Jeske now really needs to reach down to keep the Bears from putting any more up here, as they're still threatening. That one is hit sharply out to right field, but right at Cole Werner, and that'll end the inning. So the Bears put up 1 more, leave a couple more on base. We are through 4 complete. It is 6-0 Cannon. We'll be right back. Chesky stepping up to the plate for his second AB. Thanks for joining us on a lovely 4th of July down here at John Birch Park in Cannon Falls. First pitch by Jordan Jeske is bounced right back to Keith Myers and one away. One pitch, one away.
For the Hawks, number 5, Zach Simon.
Once again, Jeske giving Haggerty a little tap on the shoulder as he goes back and smiling and having a few words with the fellow CCVL veteran. Here's Zach Simon getting his second AB. Takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. 0 for 1, struck out his first time against Myers. And that's down low, 1-1.
Yeah, Zach's usually a real patient hitter, much like his brother Blake was. But against Myers, sometimes you got to be ready to go right away. So he's got that control.
And there's a big cut and miss, strike 2.
Normally, I against most guys, I like the patient approach, but today I don't know.
A lot of times, a patient approach for this guy, you're just going to be down 0-2
Right,
before you know it. You know what I mean?
Or 1-2 or something like that. Yep.
And that one catches the outside corner, strike 3 looking. So Simon, another victim of Myers, and that'll turn it over to Corey Walters, who struck out and walked, is 0 for 1. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Bears holding a 6-0 lead over the Hawks on July 4th. Oh, and 2 to Walters. Just takes a pitch on the outside corner. And strike 3 called. And so quick inning for Keith Myers. The Hawks go down quietly in order. We are through 4.5. 6-0. Cannon.
For the Bears, number 13, Cooper Peterson.
Okay, Jordan Jeske out to work at the bottom of the 5th. Giving up 3 in the first, 2 in the second, none in the third, and then just kind of a messed up play allows a unearned run in the 4th inning. I believe that's going to go down as unearned in any event. I'm not sure. At least one of the runs in the first is unearned as well, and maybe it might be a couple unearned runs for Jeske today. So just kind of some trouble in the field as there's a good off speed. Had Peterson out in front, 0-2.
I feel like it may be 3 earned, 3 unearned would be my guess, but we'll have to come back and look at it.
That is out to shortstop. Simon has it. Throw across. Nice pick by Pagel over there at first base. 1 away.
Now batting for the Bears, number 12, Pete Haggerty.
Here comes Haggerty again. Reached on an error and struck out.
Outside of that one double, Jeske's had done a pretty nice job since back in the second inning.
Basically, he's settled in pretty nicely after that rough start. I mean, like I say, sounds funny to say for being down 6-0, but there were 3 on the board pretty much like that. And since then, he's kind of had no favors from his defense behind him on those other 3 runs.
Yep, and then a very young and inexperienced defense for sure, and probably some nerves out there as well.
Absolutely. So it'll get better. And then a little bit of a quick pitch from Jeske there. And Haggerty gets a piece of it and fouls it off. Try to change up his timing.
Courtesy of our sponsor, First Farmers and Merchants Bank.
Skis like to do that. The little kind of hanging. That one is hit out to left field. Looks like Walters has it, and he does.
Yeah, and it's funny to watch some of the young kids mimic Ski.
Number 6, Aaron Lagios.
Haggerty had something to say to Jeske on the way by and pat him on the shoulder. I'm sure he was probably giving him grief about the quick pitches.
Yeah. Oh, I kind of saw. I'm sure there was something said about that. Yeah. Here's Lagios. That is hit pretty well out to left field. Walters going back, gives away to McKnight, and he puts it away for out number 3. So good quick inning for Jeske. A couple of well-hit fly balls, but he managed to keep the Bears in the ballpark. We are through 5 complete. We got an official game down. It is 6-0 Bears. Okay, McKnight going to get an AB, another AB, struck out and flown out so far, 0 for 2. Doing a pretty nice job out in center field, though.
Yeah, he's made a couple nice plays and a couple routine plays out there, and just perfect out there, really.
And there's a strike at the letters. Looked a little bit high, but getting the benefit of the doubt from the umpire there is the vet Myers. And that's kind of off his hands, fouled up onto the, kind of over towards the patio over there, the redone retaining wall with a concrete patio out there down the first baseline. A very unique spot to watch a ball game. And swing and a miss, strike 3. So McKnight is dealt with quickly by Keith Myers to start the top of the 6th inning.
Now batting for the Hawks, number 10, Johnny Teglin.
Yeah, and with the new addition down the third baseline, now you kind of have a full bowl on the inside, so to speak. And this used to be, I know Bob used to rank this place, I think, 25th, but I bet you he'd move it up a good 10,
that
15
one is
spots now.
Fouled off of the kind of the retaining wall facing by Johnny Teglin, strike 1.
Definitely a park you need to come see.
The coffee table book I was lucky enough to find a used bookstore that came out a few years ago. It's out of print now. Town Ball Parks of Minnesota. This is definitely one of the ones that's featured in their big color photos and histories of the park. Pretty neat book. Wish they'd reprint that. I would definitely get another copy and give some to people. And that's a ball just down low. Good take by Johnny. 2-1.
Should mention, as far as parks go, we're hoping by the Hudson game to have all the LED lights in it at Vets, and that would be really something cool to see.
Yes, those of you who have been following our TV game might have been following the saga of the LED lights. We had Hunter Pinky and his crew getting some great shots of the differences between the new and the old lights, and believe me, I mean, night and day, no pun intended, as a big swing and a miss and an off speed there for Johnny. He's going to be a full count. Payoff pitches hit sharply into left field, but it's going to be right at Cooper Peterson. 2 away.
For the Hawks, number 20, Evan Crank.
So that's going to bring up Evan Kryn, flown out and grounded out, 0 for 2. That's down low for a ball.
I think some of the veteran hitters, when they've gotten a couple good swings off Keith, they've been able to stay back behind it, waiting for that off speed.
I think that's kind of...
and then just trying to hit that line drive to left.
And there's a strike across. One is across to Kryn. Still got a little bit of zip on that fastball for being in his 50s.
Keithson
always keeps him saying, that one is gone, goes the other way with that one, like you just said, Derek, and that's going to roll past the right fielder, and Kryn's going to take an extra base. So mark it down as I believe that's going to be marked down as a single and an error on the left fielder to allow Kryn to go to second as he just completely overran that ball.
Fifth hit of the game for the Hawks, and see if Gunnar can drive into his first run with the Hawks here.
Gunnar has reached twice, reached on a single in that error to center field that was kind of in and out of Burr's glove in center field.
Yeah, so
a couple well hit balls.
Yeah, he's put the ball in play. He's a good solid hitter. Guys are asking me about him, and to me, the closest comp I have to Gunnar on the team is probably Griff. They're both catchers, both fairly athletic catchers, and they're not going to hit home runs, but they'll spray some line drives around.
And there's a cut and a miss. Keith comes with a fastball and kind of ties him up with it in on his hands. 0-2. So Scove down 0-2 now, and swing and a miss. So Keith, the veteran, gets the strikeout he needed after the Hawks form a threat, get a 2-out base runner. That'll do it for the Hawks in the top of the sixth. We're through 5.5. Cannon holding on to a 6-0 lead. We'll be right back.
Leading off the bottom of the sixth for the Bears, number 9, Jay Burr.
Jeske coming out to work the bottom of the 6th inning, settled into a little bit of a groove here in the last couple innings. He's given up 1 run in the last 4, and it's kind of not entirely on him either. So after a rough start, Ski settling in here and managed to make it to the 6th. Delivers strike 1 to Jaden Burr. And that's outside, 1-1.
Yeah, like we said earlier, to 2 for sure, I think. I thought probably 3 of those 6 runs were unearned as well. So having a pretty good outing so far.
That one is sharply singled between short and third base, and Burr has his 2nd hit of the ball game, and the Bears have the leadoff runner on in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 2, Jack Myers.
That's the 8th hit of the game for the Bears, but feels like about 5 of them were hitting that spot. Base hits into left field.
Yep, they were managed to bunch together some hits against Jeske early as well, and some control problems is how the Bears basically jumped up 5-0 before people got settled into their seats, really, as Jack Myers takes a strike. He has walked, hit into a fielder's choice, and flown out 0 for 2 on the afternoon. And that one is right over Jeske's glove and into center field. So another sharp single just missed Jeske's fingertips of his glove by about a couple of inches.
Now batting for the Bears, number 10, Ben Schmitz.
Yeah, a couple of the better hit balls by the Bears here in a few innings. And no idea how Jeske's feeling out there, but he hasn't pitched a lot this year. I don't know if he's... if they've just hit a couple balls hard off him in a row, or if he's tiring. We don't know.
We shall see. Absolutely. Strike 1 into Ben Schmitz. I've got Jeske at 87 pitches, but it's possible I've been missing some. We've had so many situations we were trying to get things figured out. I don't think we were necessarily perfect on pitch counts. That one's down low in the dirt, and Skov managed to keep it in front of him to keep the runners from moving up. 1-1 to Schmitz.
Probably evened itself all the way out because I had like multiple things in there and then skipped somebody, and
there's a strike on the outside corner. Yeah, there's all kinds of things that were going on early in the game. We think we've got it figured out now. Schmitz has seen Jeske well so far today. A single, double, 3 for 3. And just misses high with that one. So the table is set again by the top of the lineup. See if Jeske can short circuit that, as that one is going to get past Skov, and both runners are going to advance.
Gunner not one to let the ball by him often. It was a wild pitch, but still a little surprised to see it get by him. So used to him being able to stop just about everything.
It just kind of got, I don't know what he was expecting there, but it kind of got very wide of him, and he kind of reached out to try to stab it, but couldn't get his body in front of that. But like you said, that's the first one he's had today. He's been in front of everything else. That one is up in the air to right field, short right field. Werner has it, hits the cutoff man, and the runners will have to hold.
Good job there. Hit it right into Pagel's glove, and no movement over at third. Get an out.
Now batting number 23, Tyler Myers.
Infield was in. I'm sure they'll stay in with runners on second and third and 1 out. But they get the first out of the inning without
the Hawks.
any incident.
The Hawks are already down 6 here and only have 3 ups left to go. So things are turning to desperation time for the Hawks here. They really can't afford to get too much farther behind and have track. They did show a lot of guts in that Burnsville game, of course, on Wednesday, scoring 3 in the bottom of the 9th to walk off that 5-4 game. Go check that one out on YouTube if you haven't seen it yet. Another great production by Hunter Pinky and the boys over at HCTV. Thank you to them.
And again, no offense to the guys playing today, but a lot of young kids.
A lot of young kids today, too. That's
guys out of position. So
I would say that one is in the air to center field, and that's going to bounce in front of McKnight. 1 run is going to score, and 2 runs are going to score. Ball gets through, and it's going to give an extra bag to Myers. So 2 more in, and it's 8-0.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, actually, I'm sorry. Only 1 run scored. The second runner
Now batting for the Bears, number 1, Matt
was
Weber.
held up at third base, it looks like. So
Yeah. The ball got through. He missed the cutoff, but Scove was able to corral it not real far from home plate and was able to prevent another run from scoring. So you have the infield in again with runners on second and third and 1 out, and it should be, I believe, 7-0.
It is 7-0. Thank you, Derek. Yep, you are correct. Second runner did not come in on that play, and that one is popped up. It's going to be Taylor Pagel taking about 2 steps back and putting that one away. So big out for Jeske there, getting that second out, letting everybody else back up a squeeze.
For the Bears, number 25, Jaden Winchell.
So that'll bring up Winchell. Yeah, Derek, to your point, I think the only regular that has been starting for the Hawks is Johnny Tegland, and then Evan Kryn has been starting quite a bit too. Those are really the only 2 regulars in today's lineup for the 2026 team.
Right, and for the longest period of time, Jeske seemed to start every third Hawks game there was throughout the year. But
Absolutely, yeah.
with being a new dad, he's only been around a handful of games or less this year himself. And then you got a high schooler at short, a high schooler in center and right, and a high schooler behind the plate. So, like you said, though, a good learning experience for
Absolutely,
the boys.
yep. Let's see if, like I say, I'm interested to see if they can continue to show some fight and see if they can, it'd be nice to see them put a couple runs up and maybe at least try to put a scare into the Bears in these last 3 innings here. But first off, Jeske needs to get this batter. There's a strike called right kind of top of the zone, right at the letters. Jeske needs to get this batter and keep this from getting any worse. 2 more runners in scoring position. Hawks already trailing it 7-0 in the bottom of the 6th inning. That is up in the air to center field. McKnight has it, and that'll do it for the Bears. They scratch 1 more across. We're through 6 complete. 7-0 Cannon. Hey, we're back at you for the top of the 7th inning. Hawks trying to get something going against the veteran Keith Myers, as the first pitch is a strike, and the pitcher and catcher have something to say to each other. I don't know if it was the pitch that Haggerty was expecting back there. Gorgeous 4th of July afternoon. We got at least a couple hundred in the stands out here at John Birch Park today. Pretty full over on the hill. Good number of people on the stands and a few people off to the left as Werner swings. I don't know if he got a piece of that, but in any event, it's strike 2 as the ball kind of gets back to the backstop. Oh, 2 misses outside. Close pitch, but Werner takes it and is rewarded. I think just Keith has been getting that outside corner. I think that was just a little bit too far off. And that one's a little bit farther outside, 2-2.
Yeah, not only do you got all these young guys in the lineup, I think they're all
Lefties.
left-handed.
There's a lot of lefties in here. Yep.
All, get 4 high schoolers to face Keith Myers, and then you're going lefty-lefty on top of it.
Down and in, 3-2. I've got Keith Myers again. I'm not sure if this is completely accurate. At 91 pitches, 63 strikes, 28 balls. So there's a cut and a miss, strike 3.
Well, you would think they would want to, maybe take them out after this inning and not go too far into the game with them. I mean, had a few arm troubles, and you wouldn't think that, with a very comfortable lead, but it's kind of wishful thinking on my part, too. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, but it's smart. This is a team that has high hopes in Class C, to make some noise at state. So that is hit sharply by Taylor Pagel, but fouled on the third baseline.
That ball off, and you return to the concession stand in exchange for $2.50, courtesy of today's sponsor, First Farmers and Merchants Bank. I think that went out of play.
I think it should. I think it was hooking that way. I think it did. I don't know exactly where it went. It might have rolled towards like the batting cages over there. Yeah, we can't really see the Cannon bullpen, so I'm not sure if they've had anybody getting loose. But yeah, getting close to 100 pitches by my count. We'll see if this is his last inning or not. And down low. 2-1 to Pagel. Oh, and we do have a little guest in front of us. That looks like the youngest, the newest Jesky sitting right in front of the window here. Mom was holding him up. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Pagel was taking a couple steps towards first base.
Yeah, like I say, when you can control the strike zone well, you'll get some calls that, especially the batters, I at least think are balls there. And here comes full count.
And up the middle, down for a base hit. Myers at second base ranged back and sprung to try to snare that ball, but could not. And that is the second hit of the afternoon for Taylor Pagel.
Yeah, and it looks like it might have got off the handle a little bit there and just missed the barrel, able to push it just over second. And I think that's the 6th hit, I believe, for the Hawks.
That is what I have down, Derek. I have 6.
So Jesky will bat here.
Couple of ground outs against Myers. Takes a strike on the inside corner.
Yeah, I don't know which side. It doesn't matter.
I don't know if we have it or not.
Yeah.
I'll try and find it. Okay. All right, thank you.
Hey. 0-1 is fouled straight back to the netting. That is up in the air to left field, but it is going to be corralled by Cooper Peterson for the first out of the 7th. Or second out of the 7th, excuse me.
Yeah. And then now Cooper Pagel's going to get at bat in the 9th spot.
For the Hawks, number 2, Cooper Pagel.
Put a right-hander in there, Zach. Zach looked at strike 3 twice, and so get a righty in there, maybe get a little better look against him.
And first pitch is up in the air to right field and will be put away for out number 3.
So we'll see if any defensive changes or if Pagel just gets the at-bat there.
And re-entry for Simon at shortstop, perhaps. We shall see.
No runs on 1 hit.
Looks like 5 is coming back out to the field for sure.
Bears, Hawks, 0.
Well, we're at stretch time. We will be back with you in just a minute. Actually, looks like we've got, nope, Jesky coming back out there. Looks like everything is the saying.
Zach is went out there, but he is not staying out there. He's
Okay.
coming off. So
Okay.
looks like Pagel will be at second, and Johnny Tagland will move over to shortstop,
All
which
right.
is an interesting place for him to play, being a catcher generally or a first baseman. He played second. Now he's going to play some short. If he can get the range, though, he's got a good glove. So certainly could be in a worse position, but not often a guy who normally catches is over at shortstop.
Right. Yeah. He did play shortstop out of necessity in that game down at in Hampton, and he made all the plays he needed to make over there. He didn't have a lot of chances over there, but made a nice kind of a nice running kind of a scoop, cutting across, nice scoop and throw over to first base to record an out. So
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Bears.
Said it probably been a bit since Johnny's had any work over there at shortstop, but other than that one game.
Yep.
So here comes Cooper Peterson. The first pitch is going to be up high for a ball. And just down low, 2-0. I believe that is the only changes. Oh, I think Zach is going to get loose. That is why they took him out.
And that makes sense, and it allows Cooper to get in. And like we said, Zach was having trouble even making contact with Myers. So
number 12, Heat.
Yeah, it looks like Nick Horsch and Zach are going to go. One of them is going to get loose. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah,
could be either one of them.
It could be Nick as well. I know the thought today was that maybe Zach or Corey would be in relief, but certainly could change their minds.
So first pitch to Haggerty is outside for a ball. Pete 0 for 3 so far. Did reach on an error and scored a run earlier. And just a little bit low, it looks like. Play was over the outside part of the plate. Must have been a bit low. That one is hit sharply over Crin's head at third base, and that's going to be a line drive single for Haggerty.
And actually, I think it is going to be Nick warming up. I'm a little surprised by that, but it'd be nice to see Nick get on the mound as well here, possibly.
Absolutely, yep. Well, you got two options. You got two options. You can,
Well, I'm just thinking that because Nick is he's warming up on the side by the mound.
That is true. They're just right now. They're just kind of playing catch and getting, So we shall see. As that is ball one, down low to Lagios. I mean, if it was Nick was going to get warm, you would think, Pako would be a more natural choice to get him warmed up as an experienced catcher.
Right.
Lagios takes ball 2-0.
This is why they get everybody into the game as well, though. So
absolutely, yep.
4th of July, come down to Cannon and try to get everybody in.
There's a swing and a miss. Jeske is at 108 by my count, so yeah, I'm not sure exactly how much more he would have left in the tank. I can't imagine they'd ask him to go any longer beyond this inning. As that's down low, it's going to be 3-1 to Lagios. One out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 7-0 lead for the Bears here on the 4th of July. Bit muggy this afternoon, but not oppressively hot. The Storms thankfully stayed away. Let us get a ball game in here. And that is down low, ball 4. So that's going to turn over the lineup to Jaden Burr after Ski loses the 9-hitter to a walk. Burr is 2 for 3, walk single, fly out single. Had a good game at the plate.
With Nick, Nick can get into the game as well and get an appearance in a league game here if he comes into pitch. Another thing that'll help out.
That is wide of third base. Yep, that would make a lot of sense. up high, 1-1. And up high again, 2-1. Jeske will step off and compose himself for a moment as he readies the 2-1 pitch to Burr. There's a cut and a miss, strike 2. Burr reaches out and pokes that one out into the street.
And a young man across the street playing on the hill there will have a easy play for some money.
For $250, they're giving away for foul balls today. For the 250th fourth. I get it. Okay. So it took me a minute there. That's inside 3 and 2.
It's the bottom of the 7th inning. I think it's been for a minute, but that's all right.
Yeah, see, that is true. Let's see, 1 hour and 40 minutes to be exact. As ball 4 to Burr, and the bases are now loaded. Scove's going to come out and have a chat with Jeske. Jack Myers, 1 for 3 walk, fielder's choice fly out, and a single.
I was wondering about that. Now, your catcher's 17. I think your pitcher's 33.
Number 2, Jack Myers.
And you came out to the mound to have a conversation. What are you going to say to...
Right. I mean, you just, how you feeling, like, let's get them. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, it's the right thing to do, I would say. But,
absolutely. Just, give him a minute to kind of compose himself. Yep. Maybe give your bullpen a minute to, if Sean decides he wants to make a move. There's looked like an off speed there. It gets Myers to swing over the top of it for a strike. Just outside and down, 1-1. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 7th inning. Bears already lead it by 7. Hawks running out of chances here, and right now in danger of ending the game. If all 3 of these runners score, that would be it. So Hawks going to try to extend this and see if they can make this one go 9 today. Maybe see if they can get something going against that one is hit well out to center field. That's going to chase McKnight back. He reaches up and can't get it. 1 run is going to score. 2 runs are going to be in, and 3 runs are going to score, and that is going to be ball game, and that is going to walk it off. So, yeah, Myers just smoked the ball to center field. McKnight leapt for it, but could not get it, and that is going to end your ball game. So, just much like that game against Hampton, so all of a sudden, bam, it's a walk-off hit, and it's over. That'll do it from here in John Birch Park. Derek, final thoughts?
Just one game I don't even think we really need to worry much about. And when we get to later in the season, we're going to have all of the normal college lineup in. And not, again, I don't want to take anything away from the guys playing today. But
absolutely not.
It's not a normal lineup that we're going to, need to see improvement out of to get to where we need to be in the playoffs. It's a different setup of guys.
Absolutely. Yep. For sure, Derek. Just like you say, some young guys getting a ball game in today, and they kind of got it taken to them a little bit. 10-0. Cannon gets the W. Jeske gets the loss, and Keith Myers gets the win. Giving up all 10 runs, unfortunately, for Ski in 6 1/3 innings. Like I say, I don't know how many of those are going to end up being earned, but that last inning I think maybe he did run out of gas a little bit, Derek, and they just we're getting the bullpen warmed up, but too little too late, and the Bears walk it off in 7 on the 4th of July. So Game time is going to be 1 hour and 44 minutes. The Bears win it 10-rip and get the season sweep against the Hawks. Good-looking ball club, so we will be following them closely as they advance in the Class C playoffs. So that'll do it from here. John Birch and Cannon Falls. Hey, thanks for everybody for tuning in for our first road broadcast. We will see you next time. I believe our next game... let's see.
Our next Hawks game would be home on the 8th, I believe, Wednesday against Hudson.
Oh, thank you. We got a Hudson coming into town. Oh, that should be fun.
And, I'm not sure if we'll be able to get on the air for any of the high school games, but we'll try to reach out to people. If we have enough help, we'll try to get maybe a game or two streaming on there as well.
Yeah, let's get some Legion games on here too. You know what I mean? We'll definitely get something figured out for that. So stay tuned to the Hawks social media page, and maybe we'll get something posted on the Post 47 social media page. Let them know if there's any parents or grandparents that want to beat the heat and stay in and watch the ball game, that we'll get something going. So yeah, that'll do it from here. Cannon Falls wins at 10-0. We'll see you next time. Have a good one. And happy 4th.